So to kick off our Halloween craft season, we went to Spirit Halloween. And while it was subpar to say the least, just because it was slightly empty, it was the beginning of the season, so I'm not gonna rag on them too much. But they had some really awesome animatronics. But I was on a mission. I really wanted this mermaid skeleton last year for Halloween. I saw this multi-chrome oil dip dragon, and I thought, these mermaids would look pretty cool if they had multi-chrome. So I was on a mission to find this, and lo and behold. So we went to Joann Fabrics and picked up this really awesome multi-chrome spray paint, and it was like a blue, purple, green, and you can't really see it in what we get at the end because of the natural lighting, but I will try to get the full vision of the multi-chrome here at the end. The multi-chrome, it says you should do it black paint first, but we tried to do it on just the mermaid's tail just to practice, because the mermaid's tail is going to be completely covered up. So when we did spray it, it did look kind of shimmery and kind of coolish blue-purple in some places, but it was not the multi-chrome that we really, really wanted for it. So we decided, well, we're just going to have to get the black paint. Oh well, we already had some black paint because we always have black spray paint. We hung these out and we sprayed the whole piece down. We separated them so it'd just be easier to get all the nooks and crannies. But we spray painted them all black first, very lightly, just because we want the multi-chrome to be more of the pronounced color. So here comes the multi-chrome. Oh my god, it looks so amazing. It looks so cool, guys. This really doesn't do it justice, but it looks so pretty when it goes on over the black. It's almost surprising at first. Like, I knew it was gonna work, but I didn't know it was gonna work that well. It really does look very similar to the oil dip multi-chrome that you see in the stores. Look how pretty it shimmers so blue. While it was drying, it definitely looked blue in the lights, but you can really see the blue, green, purple in other situations. So I have a lot of little bits and bobs lying around for art projects such as these, and while I was looking for stuff to do, Roman actually found these pearl beads, and these were perfect to go down the spine in the most elegant of pearl mermaid fashion. Something I also think would look pretty there is gems, but I think the pearls looked really great for the mermaid look. So I just took my E6000 glue, which is really great for these types of projects where you have to hold little bits into place, and put the pearls between each vertebrae, which spaced them out and made them look really cool. And I did this on both sides of the tail, so no matter how it turns, it has the pearls down the spine on both sides. I also had these little gem things, these plasticky, like, crystal gems in my bits and bobs, and we put those on the shoulders to kind of give them a little more sparkle. And they went right in, like, above the joint, so it wouldn't disrupt the movement of the arms. And yes, I am using kebab skewers to glue my stuff down. Don't judge me, it's what I had. Now these little things I've had for years, and they came from my grandma. I think they're like a costume jewelry type thing, but it's a complete sphere with like crystal gems around the side of it. They're all obviously like, plastic, but they look really, really pretty. And I thought it kind of gave like a pirate, Goonies look to it that made me really happy. I had this nice little brooch piece that was just a broken part of a brooch that I'd saved, and I glued this on as the chest piece. and then a little gem in the center of it that I'd have that was flat on one side. I think it was part of like an old piece that came from, extra bits and bobs that come on dresses when you buy spangly dresses. But it really looked nice. It's kind of almost like a Spanish galleon look to it. Now these were what inspired me, the idea of like a rainbow trout type thing. So I wanted to take a type of like the feathers that look close to like what a lot of the very beautiful rainbow looking fish and the colorful fish have, and put that for the base tail. I wanted this to kind of, like I said, resemble what I think the colors of a fishtail, but I think the feathers give it a really cool look. So I cut the feathers down a little bit to make sure that they kind of fit the tail. I wanted them to overlap the base of the tail a little bit, so you basically saw mainly just the feathers. And I did this on both sides because I wanted the tail to be completely covered and look like an elegant rainbow feathery tail. I think the feathers add the color to it. They kind of give it a little more realism, because the rest of it's obviously like, multi-chrome, cobalty, blue, purple, green. And I thought these feathers that are yellow, purple, and green really made it pop and made it look kind of realistic, honestly, what I would think a mermaid would look like. Now I did a pattern because I wanted to make sure that they was really spread out and it kind of gave a nice fan-like wave. And be very careful with E6000, especially when you cut feathers, because the feathers will start to get pieces off, and you'll see me blow those off the table every now and again to keep them out of the glue, but you have to work fast. And I did not glue completely down because I wanted the base of the feathers to have a little bit of a wisp look to them. So mainly the tail was used as a base just for this situation. And here we have the Glamour Shots. Oh, so elegant. Oh, so mysterious. Like something you would see laying across a treasure chest. I'm in love with this. I'm simply in love with this. It's elegant, it's colorful, it's just beautiful. And I think that you can get really creative with this type of thing. You could go further than this because they're selling some really cool skeletons now, not just at Spirit Halloween, but a few other places, including, your local grocery store now. I only purchased the skeleton, the multi-chrome paint, and the feathers. Everything else I had lying around my convy. And honestly, I could not be happier with how it turned out. And I think it's going to be permanent decor in the house because it's just perfect. They're selling some Cthulhu skeletons at stores, and I think somebody could get really, really cool with one of those. So if anybody actually does do anything neat with a skeleton, something similar to what I did or anything else, please comment down below and tell me what you did. I'm curious because I have to say, this was really fun, and it made me really happy to do. And that's what you need right now, especially during these times. So yeah, this was our first Halloween project of the season, and I want to know what you thought down below, and also what you did with some skeletons of your own, and let me know what else you have planned for the Halloween season. And toodles noodles. I tried to make her swim. Of course it didn't work. She was too lightweight. I also did not want to get the feathers wet. Honestly, I did not want to ruin this.